What is up, Inori gang? Back at it again with another jungle tier list, and this is patch 14.2. I'm gonna go over everything you need to know. I've suffered through the solo queue. I will tell you what is good, what is bad, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And let's just get started. I took all my stats from Law Analytics. I look at u.gg. I evaluate through stats, through personal experience, through my knowledge, my brain, my incredibly good looks, and all that. So let's go right into it. S plus category. So what you see is what you get. For the S plus category, no surprise, Lilia is thriving, right? Lilia is a dirty little fawn and like a real dirty little one. She's thriving because her build path is just so optimized. And actually, AP junglers aren't good, by the way. But I don't consider Bran or Lilia, real AP junglers. The reason why AP junglers are not good because Mythics were overloaded, Liandry's was overloaded, Night Harvester was broken. These Mythics carried the AP jungle position. Without them, Protobelt as well, it hurts a lot of them. But what's really good right now is Liandry's, and two champions that abuse it are Lilia and Bran, and they're extremely broken. Lilia is still going to be broken. Bran, he already kind of got hotfix nerfs, mostly because they accidentally buffed his passive damage for 2 extra ticks because they made some like weird adjustments. But Bran is solid, Lilia is solid, two best AP junglers by far. And they're just above it in them all. I have a Lilia video. If you want to know how to play her, definitely check that out. I think she's going to be good for a bit. Riftmaker got a price adjustment, but like we say, it's more the Liandry's that's enabling her, sort of like that demonic meta. It's very strong, and they're thriving quite well. Rengar, he's a dirty little hubris abuser, propane hydra abuser. These are the two most overloaded items in the game. Hubris, propane hydra. The cat does it all. He absorbs 100. Like, I just can't believe the balance team thinks Hubris having plus 120 attack damage on it through stacks is okay for the game. Let's reduce item value. Let's reduce the power of items and then bring out this bad boy. But I think he's going to get gutted. I think Hubris is going to get nerfed. Profane Hydra has a minor nerf, but I think it needs another nerf after. Plus, the champion might get nerfed. So, Rengar is the king of the jungle right now, but I don't think it's going to last that long. That's a trio we have up there. So, going on to the ass category. So, Briar got some adjustments. I love Briar. You love Briar. Bruiser Briar is back. And if you see the video I'm about to upload with this video, press the attack is so good on her because her Q applies on hit effect. So, it applies a stack, press the attack. Plus, she has 2 auto attack resets in her kit. Instantly procs press the attack. Titanic, Black Cleaver, Sunder Sky, beautiful. Mwah. Free LP, Bruiser is back. You love to see it. Graves, dirty lethality abuser. He'll have his day. I think what's going to happen, Riot's dealing with AP items right now. They're nerfing Storm Surge. They're nerfing overall AP damage. You know who's going to get next? Lethality items. If you're abusing lethality items, that's your only way to climb. Good luck. It's over for you next patch, or maybe in a couple patches. But yeah, I think he's abusing lethality items. I think he's in a good place though, and yeah, he's definitely in a really cool, fun position, Master Yi, Titanic was broken on him, but they nerfed that. But he's actually still pretty good. I think Blade into Kraken Slayer is my go-to right now. I've been messing around with like a bit of builds on him. I find those two items really good. Wit Send's really good for MR. Rage Blade, of course, but I think Blade into Kraken seems really good right now. So I think that's been really nice, but I think they might be nerfing Kraken, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, he's actually just really good. You just have to know his mechanics, even though people say, oh, yo, Master Yi has no mechanics. He actually has a lot of mechanics now. That once you learn them, you just mechanically perform well on him. But yeah, Kane's abusing lethality items. I think Shadow came with the Hydra and these new lethality items. I think he's doing really well, so that's like a big thing. I think a lot of champions are abusing Profane Hydra. I was on it earlier, not just trying to be a hipster or anything, but like if you were watching me like a Profane Hydra and or has videos out like literally a day of. But anyways, Profane Hydra really good on him, and he's been abusing it as well. Xin, he got nerfed through Titanic, but I still think he's a really solid jungler. And I also think the problem right now is he's kind of shit on by these. But once these junglers kind of get nerfed and a couple other of these ones, I think he's going to probably like be S tier. They are nerfing sort of Sunder Sky, reducing health or increasing health to 450 in exchange for 10 attack damage. Xin, it goes both ways. He likes AD, but like, yeah, I think he's going to be really good. He's a good pickup. I think for low, like right now, if I was recommending people champions to play in like Emerald and below, even Diamond, let's say. I would say these three. I think these three would make your pool exceptional, easy to climb, like really easy. LP machines, right? Like this will put you in winner's queue. And like these three are really good. I think they're simple but effective. They have some mechanical abilities that can be complex and sans, but overall, I think they're just really good. So good champion pool. Ivern, he's a dirty little tree. I don't like him. I don't like what he stands for. I don't like anything about him. I don't even want to talk much about him. Just he's really good in one trick sand. Lee Sin is surprisingly, Eclipse is getting a little nerfed next patch. I think Lee Sin is broken. Champions like Lee Sin, super high skill, should never have more than 50% win rate. If they're ever above 50, like 51, they're always broken. So that's like the rule I have when I look at stats on champs like that. And he's actually above 51% with a huge click rate. So I'm confirmed he's broken. So dirty little Lee Sin. Belbeth, the same thing. She's quite good right now. I didn't really talk about Nocturne. Hold on, let's go back. Nocturne is so good, but the problem is Stridebreaker he wasn't as good as before because Stridebreaker was just such a good mythic. It was the mythic. It just did everything. And now Riot doesn't know how to fix Stridebreaker. They don't know, they don't want to add ability haste to it, but it literally solves all the issues. They don't want to add damage to it. They have a plan to turn it into literally like a movement speed Hydra. Surprisingly, that's going to be really good for Nocturne. I think next patch with the reworked Stridebreaker, you can go that item into experimental Hexblade or experimental Hexblade into that Stridebreaker. And I think he's going to be S+ tier. So that's my prediction. If I'm wrong, I'm never wrong. So moving on, Belle, she's like doing pretty good. I honestly think she's a solid champion, but yeah, she's very like live or die by that item. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Zac, people are like saying Zac's so bad. He's actually, the Hopfix buff he got was kind of insane. I think he's the best tank jungler to play. Like by far, I think he's the best tank jungler to play. And I think as they nerf more damage in the game, I think champs like Zac are just like going to skyrocket in category. So he's a good one right now. Evelyn, like we said, she's just like a lower tier AP jungler, a one-trick jungler. Kind of suffers from Storm Surge nerfs and stuff like that. Also, Lich Bane nerfs are going to affect her. Protobell nerfs, like her, I'm going to just say Echo too. They're both going to suffer because mage items are going to get gutted a bit. Viego kind of lives and dies by items too. Kraken looks pretty good on him. Triforce. If they somehow buff Triforce and it's better for him, he might be in the same thing. Same thing for Kindred. Kraken, Triforce. Maybe if they make Triforce better, she'll be better, but she's like in an okay spot. Kha'Zix, surprisingly, like I've been messing around with Q into R Evolve. Kha'Zix, very good with Hubris and Ghostblade. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a really good thing. You definitely need to check that out and hope before it gets nerfed. Jax, he got nerfed a bit. I might do a Jax video in maybe next week because I think he might be okay. Not OP anymore, but he's still probably playable. We'll have to see how he is when the nerf settles down a bit. Bio, I actually think she is going to be on the rise. I think Sunder Sky is it's going to be good on her even after they change the health AD ratios. I think her build paths are going to be good. I think she doesn't abuse lethality like other champs. So I think she will be in a good position as like these like mighty heroes fall. Talon, same thing. I think he's going to drop a lot, but I actually think he's broken because Propane Hydra, Ghostblade, it's pretty much a full build, super broken. Rammus, he's okay. Gwen, she got Hotfix nerfed and then Hotfix, then nerfed then she got buffed and then Hotfix buffed or something. Anyways, her buff is really good. She's like okay in the jungle now. She got some passive percent damage back. She's doing okay. Fiddle, he's decent. He's decent. Warwick the dog, I kind of like the dog. I think he's actually in a good position with Titanic, his build path. I think he might be on the rise too. He might be going up in stocks. You can check on that later. Trundle, I think he's actually decent right now in the jungle, surprisingly, but he's too good top that like in the jungle, he's gonna get nerfed because of top lane if anything, and it's gonna hurt jungle more. Udyr, like I said, I think Udyr stocks are gonna go up a lot as like the Lethalian tanks up because he's more flexible. He can go in more of like a Leandry's AP tank build, or he can go into like the Triforce Blade build, which I think is really good. But weirdly enough, he's like super popular in pro play right now in top lane. So yeah, he's probably gonna get nerfed. Rek'sai, the queen, I love her, but she is like, if you want to play Rek'Sai right now, she's okay. You can go Ghostblade into Titanic. It's a real gimp. I think gimp is the word, but like it just feels like you just have to like have these two items together. You Ghostblade on them, auto attack, reset, Titanic. It doesn't feel that great. She's too slow. Freak needs to buffer. Poppy, I don't like Poppy, but she's like worse than she was before, but she counters a lot of junglers, so she's like okay in that regards. If you're against a Poppy, by the way, just pick Nocturne and you're just enjoying the freest LP of your life. Diana, her win rate's so bad, but I feel like people aren't building her well. Actually, like I've had success with Diana, so I honestly think she might be better, but I think it's probably just AP junglers are not that good right now too, so it's hard to tell. Maokai is similar to like Poppy. He's more of like a neutralizer jungler. He's good in CC, like low utility play. Like he's in an okay position. C tier. C tier is just I can't even, right? Hecarim, I actually think he's OP if you go Profane Hydra into Spear. Gonna do a video on that later. Shaco, I actually think he's good if you go for like the crit weird like lethality like Profane Hydra build. I think a lot of people are building bad on him. So I don't think his win rate's that bad. Like he could be here if you're good on him. So I don't know. I don't know why his win rate's so bad. Teemo got hotfix nerfed. He got nerfed hard, then hotfix buffed, but I think he's just abusing items, so he might suffer because of that. Karthus got like slight buffs, but like I said, he suffers in the most by not having Leandries. Like you could build the new Leandries, but like you have to understand that old Leandries was the most broken item in the game. Like the value you got from that item, it gave you mana, ability, power, CDR. It gave you percent health damage, scaling, percent how. It gave you everything, and it is just so broken on champs. You can see which champions live by items and which one could play off of like so much different builds because of that. And that's like the summary of the patch. Like, that's about it in C tier. F tier, I'm just gonna say they're really bad right now. Like if you're in F tier, like just don't pick this champion. Like why would you pick this champion? Why would you pick Smolder? He's an 80 carry. He's an 80 carry. Don't pick him, okay? Actually, one thing I want to talk about, though, I have a secret thing coming up. Surprisingly, there's a new jungler who's waiting to be unlocked. If you can decipher this code and you watch the video to the end, I'm going to have a video in 2 days for this guy. Decipher it. This champion, low-key, can actually jungle now. And it's actually pretty good. So I hope you guys liked that video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. We're uploading daily and I'm tired. I'm gonna go sleep. But yeah, enjoy the tier list. Good luck in your games. Good luck on the climb.